Hello and welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name's Rich Tarani. Thank you for watching us today. We're coming to you from San Jose, where on our program is Andrew Gottlieb, who's the founder and CEO of Talari Networks. Andrew, how are you?
Good, thanks. Thanks for having me, Rich.
Well, you've been on a few times before, so thank you and welcome back.
Appreciate it.
You want to give us an update on what your company's doing?
Sure. We've been doing well. We've been expanding, selling more and larger customers. So we're up selling customers in high tech has been the biggest focus in the last few months. We've been selling state governments, one for private network security points, PSAPs, and seeing more and more people buying into the value proposition. And so, there's a startup, the snowball effect of the more references you have, the easier it is to go and sell the next set. And so, doing pretty well now. We're just finishing raising our next round of funding and going out and expanding the sales force and expanding the engineering team.
So what sorts of problems are you solving for your customers?
At the highest level for them, the benefit's still the same, which is they're looking for ways to reduce costs in their network without sacrificing quality. And since MPLS is so expensive, then the ability to use us to either augment the MPLS or replace it completely and still run the same mix of applications, the same sleep at night quality is what they're looking for. So that's essentially what we do.
And so if you had to tell me about any trends over the last year or so, have you seen anything?
What we've seen the most since sort of the desert at the beginning of 2009 when sort of no one was buying much of anything, it's certainly picked up since the summer there. We find, again, the mix I was describing, some people want to use this to augment their existing network. Magnum Semiconductor is a good example of a customer like that who actually had gone to MPLS in 2008 because they needed reliability and predictability of performance. They do development in North America and in China, both in the US and Canada as well as in China. And so they have lots of large files they're transferring between their sites, but they needed performance predictability for the rest of their applications. So they went to MPLS, couldn't afford to buy as much bandwidth on MPLS as they had previously, and so they were doing a whole bunch of manual, gee, we'll transfer this file at night, a whole lot of work. They found us, we were kind of the perfect solution to them to add to their existing network. So we've seen that trend continue, but we found more companies getting more aggressive about replacing MPLS or frame relay entirely. Now, in some cases, what they'll do is they'll keep MPLS at a few of their data centers and key locations, but replace that MPLS at their sales offices or smaller sites or even medium-sized sites once they're comfortable that they can get performance predictability and that all their applications can still be run. So most of our customers at this point are running voice over IP, even if it's just IP PBXs internally. And so moving that kind of application to the public internet is the classic example of, gee, works pretty well most of the time. And so while you live with that at home, you tend not to want to live with that at your business. And so by being able to give them predictability for all applications, including voice, then they can save the cost of the expensive MPLS circuit there without sacrificing quality, in this case voice quality, or sacrificing the troubleshooting and pain they have of bringing up a site when there's problems.
So what are some of the things we can expect next from your company?
Well, you'll certainly see us expanding our footprint across North America and especially internationally as well with this next round of funding. We continually do new software releases. We're improving on the network management, so we improved the reporting features substantially in our last release. We improved scaling to larger and larger locations. Now we're designed for networks sort of under 100. By this time next year, you'll see us do the several hundred. And the technology will be there to support a few thousand. Now, I don't expect to sell few thousand networks anytime soon, don't get me wrong, but scalability tends to be an important factor. In that sense, we're kind of following what the WAN optimization folks did, right? You go and sell the 20 and 50 site networks first, and you build your credibility to sell the 100 site networks, and from there you go and sell to the larger companies.
Great, and you potentially will have some funding. It means you'll have potentially more resources to go out and preach to the world, right, about your products.
That's right. I mean, unlike most of the time in tech, we're not competing with some other startup doing what we're doing. We're not competing with Cisco. I'm not competing with Riverbed or Blue Coat or any of the WAN op folks directly. In fact, probably 2/3 of our customers are existing WAN optimization folks. Mostly aren't competing with, gee, let's do nothing, or hey, let's go buy some more bandwidth from Verizon or BT. And so in that sense, it's nice because I'm not trying to steal from the Cisco equipment budget and have to go compete with the Cisco guy. We're trying to steal from the again, the Verizon, AT&T, BT budget, and most IT managers have no love lost for their telco at this point and are looking for diversity above and beyond the fact that they're happy to save money on their budget.
Well, that's great. That's great. Well, thanks for spending some time with us today, and good luck with your ambitious goals for your company.
Thanks. Appreciate it.